So I actually didn't mean to pin that. Whoops. I don't know how to unpin it. I'm such a goober. Hello, Nerokhan. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna leave it pinned. I clicked it by accident, but that's okay. I hope you're having a good night. Justice for Tataru. But hello folks, my name is Sharon, welcome to the stream. It is time for our continuing adventures of Momo Jagaimo. I actually bought Dawn Trail and downloaded it, but it's not registering because of Steam key nonsense, and the key for the DLC is not showing up on my Steam, so I can't properly register it to Lodestone or Mog Station, so it's a good thing that I don't need to, or want to play it right this moment, because I wouldn't be able to. Let's just say that. No, I didn't look at the live letter. What do we have coming for us? Tataru did nothing wrong. Don't know Tataru, but I hope to be in charge of the key. There are ways always fun. Hello, Frost. Okay. Oop. I've been good. It's been a stressful week at work, to be honest, so I'm kind of glad to be here now. Actually, let me... Well, let's... Actually, this is where I had ended, but I kind of want to go do some more of the Dragoon quest stuff, because I do rather want to unlock some of the abilities, the later Dragoon abilities, real quick. Alright, let's go talk to Elbrick. We'll do a little bit of Dragoon nonsense, and then we'll continue on when bust our buddies out of jail. My thanks for coming, Momo. 'Tis no urgent matter. I was but wondering about Hostien's progress. Tell me, how fares her training? So you've met her father. In his day, Mortiganes was a dragoon of no small renown. He served Ishgard with valor until he took a grievous wound and was forced to hang up his lance. As Hostien herself told you, she follows in her father's footsteps. From the first, she exhibited tremendous potential. In all ways, she was Estinian's equal, and the rivalry they shared raised the both of them higher. For things I can share without spoilers, we're getting the Beastmaster's a limited job. The dive system's getting a space-saving overhaul. We can put job gear and dungeon gear in there more. Oh, thank Christ! That is gonna save a lot of space. That'll be so good. Bare minimum, job gear, we should have always been able to put job gear in there, but it'll be good to be able to do the dungeon gear too. Well, thank you for sharing. I did hear about Beastmaster a little tiny bit. It looks promising. Alas, the eye chose Estinian and not her. Since then, she has taken to training with a fervor which borders on self-punishment. It is well to strive for greater heights, but a dragoon must never lose sight of his conviction. It is the only thing that shields us from the dragon's wiles. So I beg you, keep watch over Hostinian. By your shining example, see to it that she never forgets what it means to be a dragoon. Sworn upon a lance. Sir Elberic has just received word of an impending Dravanian offensive. Thank the Fury you're here. But moments ago we received word that Growly's horde is advancing on Ishgard. Even as we speak, Justinian is preparing to go and meet them in the field. Alas, with most of the Dragoons absent on another mission, I fear she sorely wants for lances. I would have you lend her yours, Momo. Pray make haste to the congregation and join her. Dragoon's going rogue. Kane, if this is you again, I swear. See, funny enough, one of the main reasons I chose Dragoon as Keldred, or sorry, well, yes, Kel, but as Momo's class was so he would interact with Estinian before, for the sake of this DLC, and Estinian is rather Kane-like in that he's kind of a snarky little shithead that needs to prove himself. When the Beastmaster comes out, I'm going to design a glamour plate based on Pokemon trailer. 100%. That'll be baller. Momo, you've come to aid us? This improves our chance tenfold. Allow me to thank you as well, Mistress Momo. I am but a worried father, and it gives me heart to know that the Azure Dragoon shall fight beside my daughter. Though my training is far from over, the situation will brook no delay. We must head off Growly and his horde before they reach a populated area. It shall be my honor to fight shoulder to shoulder with you. The experience alone will teach me much. Of that I have little doubt. Promise me you'll be careful, Justinian. Take no unnecessary risks. Do you understand me? Remember, the dead cannot serve their nation. And what Ishgard needs above all are brave souls like you to protect her. Yeah, no, body horror show waiting to happen. Absolutely, 100%. Worry not, Father. I swear I shall return to you. See that you do, my child. Now, before you go, there's something I wish you to have. The Lance Peregrine. It's yours now. Why, this lance was bestowed upon your forebear by the Archbishop himself. I'm no true child of yours, yet you would entrust me with the family treasure? I will not betray your faith in me, Father. With this lance I shall strike down Growly and protect Ishgard. Justinian, it's time. It's been a while, my friend. I had the honor of overseeing your training when you were but a fledgling dragoon, and I shall be honored to fight beside you. Comrades, at last report, Growly and his horde had gained the western highlands. We shall lie in wait for them at the pike, with me. Again, the fact that none of them have a bared stomach is just an insult that I cannot abide. The dead cannot serve their nation. I'm sorry, what series are you from? There are zombie minions left and right of Final Fantasy. For dead guys, they move around a lot. I mean, yeah, that's fair. You're not wrong. Mr. Momo, may I have a moment? Each time I see my daughter off on a mission, we dance the self-same dance. I tell her to be careful, and she promises to do so, but I know her all too well. Justinian burns to distinguish herself in battle, that she may repay me and my lady wife a perceived debt. I fear that one day that desire will cloud her judgment, and she will not come home. And so, I beg you, pray watch over my daughter. What level is this? 54. Okay. It won't take too much longer to do this mission and the other two, I think. No! Oh, that's right, I can't fly yet. Riders belonging to Hester and Dare have been spotted fleeing from a pack of silver wolves, which, despite losing over half— oh, I read this last time. I'm sorry, dudes. I'm not here to help you. Seriously, you guys should employ zombies that worked for Dragon Quest. I mean, the thing is, you have a point. I'm sorry? Alambert of the Spiked Butt. Is it spiked? I can't tell. I'm assuming it's spiked butte, which may or may not be the weapon. Sure has become of the armor. Yeah. If you're looking for spiky armor, Dragoon's, you know, it's good for it. We were able to repel the first wave, but it cost us dearly. I'm afraid the rest is up to you and Austinian. This is why I hate playing online. Everyone has to be a troll either through attitude their usage. Frost, that was an NPC. That wasn't a person. That was an NPC. You're not... I mean, you're also not wrong. Momo, already we've suffered heavy losses, and that was but the first wave. They come. Brace yourself. Jesus, now I have to score the NPCs. After all the fetch quests and scores I do for them. Not just that, it's an optional boss you can easily mop the floor with. Stay sharp, that was what it tastes. Okay, so I assume that was a mission where if I had accepted it, that was a boss battle type thing? Like a minor boss battle fate? One of those in the shroud. Actually, there's a couple of those types of fates. I was gonna say, something big is coming. I knew that couldn't be it. That was too easy. They always come in threes. Champions. Listen, Halcyon, listen. I know that Dragoons are notoriously bad at dodging, but you gotta at least make an attempt, girl. First NPC name I ever heard, though. That honor goes to Yakuza. Oh no, do I even want to ask? That was the last of them. Yet Growly's nowhere to be seen. Were the reports mistaken? Such a price we've paid, only for our quarry to elude us. So you finally show yourself. Hun, do you have an exit plan? You take fall damage. What is she? Hostia, no! By the Fury, this is a disaster. I do not know how to say this, but Hastian, strong as she is, she cannot have survived that. Here, I discovered this in the aftermath. 'Tis a fragment of her armor. It must have broken off during the battle. Pray see it to her father's hands. Knowing him, he'll be at the congregation, awaiting his daughter's return. I must rest a while. Pray bear word back to Ishgard. You have to wait a minute, guys. Sorry, main story quest. You guys should head out to the Mushroom World for your eventual switch 2 port. You'll learn how to not take fall damage in New Donk City's construction sites. Oh boy. Mistress Momo, what has happened? Where is my daughter? Normally attached to the bottom rim of a breastplate to protect its weaver from deadly thrusts to the buttocks, this Kula appears to have become detached from Sarah Hastinian's suit of mail. The scrap? A piece of her armor? But why bring it to me? No. No! I refuse to believe that Hastinian's gone. It's too early to know for certain. Tell me everything that happened. Everything! So she lived upon the dragon, piercing its hide, after which the creature carried her westward. If none saw her fall, that means she might have managed to safely dismount. There is hope still. If Asenian is out there, I shall not rest until I find her. Momo, I trust I can rely upon your aid. Let us speak further at the observatorium. With all of the kind of silly long names that the Ellison have, especially in Ishgard, I'm just thinking of like little baby Ellison who have like a child's lisp or whatnot, trying to say like the long names and like failing. It's a cute mental image. Without further ado, let us consider a course of action. As Mortarn Gainstain dares to hope, if Hastian was not shaken off Crowley's back, there is a chance she yet lives. She will have ridden the dragon until such time as she saw an opportunity to dismount. The question is where? The worst possible outcome is that she's been taken deep into dragon-ruled lands, far, far away from her allies. While I pray that this is not so, we must be prepared for anything. Hastian is one of our very best, and Ishgard can ill afford to lose her. For the nation's sake, and that of her father, let us find her and bring her home. I will track Rowley's movements in order to ascertain Hastian's location. Like as not, the search will take us into the heart of enemy territory. Pray keep your lance arm honed, for we will soon have need of it. Dragon within stirs, resonating with the soul of the dragoon. Come think of it. I was gonna say, yeah, it just increases the potency of jump. Dragoon's errand. Sir Alberic has acquired a lead pointing to the missing Hostenian's whereabouts. It seems your training proceeds apace, Momo. Would that I could say the same of our search for Hastian. With the heretical activity on the rise of late, our forces are stretched thin. The Temple Knights have not the men to spare for the search effort. Be that as it may, we are not without leads. A short while ago, a peculiar report arrived from the front lines. In a recent skirmish between our knights and a band of heretics, one of the enemy was wielding a lance bearing a striking resemblance to Peregrine. The lance is a treasure belonging to Hostian's family. If the reports are true, these heretics now have it. However, the villains came to possess Peregrine, 'tis more than likely that they knew something of Hastian's fate. If we can find them, we may yet find her. West of Camp River's Meet, in the Western Highlands, a regiment of knights hunts the selfsame band of heretics we seek. I would have you join them, Momo. It's our best hope for a clue. No. I should probably remove Princess from my mount, like my list of favorited mounts. Because, I don't know, for whatever reason when I summon her, she just feels very slow. But I also love her. The fat chocobo is delightful. My dumbass brain, because the first couple of notes are the same as the first couple of notes of the Shadowbringers theme, my brain always starts singing the first few notes of the Shadowbringers song. Weaves the storm. For whatever reason, I never learned the lyrics to the main theme of this, as well as I did any of the other expansions. Sir Alberic sent word that you would come. The heretics retreated through yonder pass, the man with the lance Peregrine among them. Our forces are giving chase even as we speak. Needless to say, we should be grateful for the Azure Dragoon's aid. Well, for a Azure Dragoon's aid. There's two of us, you know. Yes. This mission, the main story quest, will actually unlock some stuff. Can I? I don't think I can get up there, can I? Maybe up there. I definitely... Oh, well... The first time I did this with Kit. And he and the other folks I was playing with at the time ferried me around to gather all of the, the ether currents to unlock flying. No such thing will happen this time. I find myself thanking you often of late, Momo. When I looked upon Growly and Pierce's hide, the creature responded by soaring and attempting to shake me off. 'Twas all I could do to hold on to the shaft of my lance. High as we climbed, I could not safely dismount, and so I bided my time, waiting for the right moment to jump clear of my unwilling mount. Alas, the beast had other ideas. It bore me straight into the heretic's mist, and I was swiftly overwhelmed and divested of my weapons. What? It was the sighting of Peregrine that led you here? 'Twould seem my forefathers watched over me. Hear me, Momo. The man who took my lance is the leader of this band of heretics. I overheard the guard say that he has departed to meet with the leader of yet another group. In all likelihood, they are planning a large-scale assault on the Holy See. The Temple Knights must be warned. You must bear word to the congregation, that we might bolster our defenses. No, I cannot return with you. There's a task I must needs attend to. Should someone ask whence this information came from, tell them that you wrung it out of a heretic, and tell them that I fell in battle. I know full well that I ask much of you, and it pains me to deceive my father, but I have no other choice. Whatever you might think of my request, believe me when I say that I remain firm in my purpose. 'Tis nothing. I took but a glancing blow to the chest. I must go now, as must you. When you return to the congregation, deliver my message to Sir Handaloo. Please take care of my comrades and my father. Sorry, I got distracted in the middle of that cutscene. This fishy's just frozen. Not that button. Where's the button I was using? No, not that. I was trying to find the button to hide my... What button did I use? This one. Look at them. They're just frozen. Poor fishies. I mean, I guess it makes sense. This land, it's not like these are fish that were adapted to the cold. This entire country got flash frozen. And of course I can't even pick up these bodies. The fishies, almost certainly, given that it's been, 5 years. Hastian slain? I cannot believe it. To lose one of our best while Growly's shadow looms over us still. But we must deal with each threat as it comes. First, we prepare for the heretics. I thank you for alerting us to their plan. Now, loath I am to place this burden upon you, Morton Gaines must needs be informed of his daughter's passing. He is gone to meet Sir Alberic at the Observatorium. Pray bear news to him. Hello, badass! Oh wait, badass! You don't know about my new emotes, do you? I got emotes made! Give them a shot, I've got a handful of new ones. Including one for that purpose. Have a good night, Frost. Thank you so much for keeping me company. I hope you had a good time, and I hope the rest of your night goes smoothly. And, I forgot to mention the new, emotes to you as well. Alas. But here, let me just... So I've got... There, these are all of my new ones that I got Miles to make for me. Oh boy. I pray that this information will lead us to Hastian. It will, in a manner of speaking. Ah, Mistress Momo, have you learned aught of my daughter's whereabouts? What? Slain? No, it cannot be. I'm very sorry, my friend. Hastian is one of Ishgard's finest dragoons. She would not fall to common heretics. This must be some kind of mistake. Yes, a terrible mistake. Tell Morgan that I'm telling him the truth. I can't. Not that it actually does anything. Your choice doesn't matter here. What? Hastian chose not to return. I know not what compelled her to act as she did, but it's enough for me that she lives still. Thank you for giving me this hope, at least. To those who do not know her, it may well appear that Hastian has deserted, but I believe I speak for us all when I say that she would not forsake her vows, let alone her people. Indeed you do, Sir Emmerich. However inexplicable my daughter's actions may seem, I will not cease to believe in her. No matter what it takes, I will find her and bring her home. Morton Gaines puts on a brave front, but I fear the weight of worry may prove too much for him to bear. Yet another reason to find Hastian with all haste. Now, it seems plain she means to go after Growly to recover Peregrine, and while these objectives alone do not explain her decision to leave, they reveal to us where she is like to be. I shall track down the leader of the heretics, the man who has Peregrine. You, meanwhile, must continue dedicating yourself to your lance work. The trials of recent days have made you stronger, but I sense that the greatest tests are yet to come. See to it that you are full ready to face them. What do I get for this? Oh shit, I got Fang and Claw. Let's see, where... Oh, I don't know how best to do this. I'll look at my options later. I'm not quite sure how I have the skill set up on my other characters' stuff. Sanguine Dragoon. Sir Albrecht has acquired information on the heretics you seek. You come at a good time, my friend. I have tidings to share regarding the heretics we pursue. They call themselves the Bloodbearers, and their leader is a man named Mathionian. He and his minions are all capable of assuming the form of dragons. Such a transformation is possible by partaking of dragon blood. I dare say that you have borne witness to it, and it grants the individual unholy strength. Though the sanguine substance is precious, the Bloodbearers have access to an abundant supply owing to their pact with Growly. That is why they have been able to offer our forces such fierce resistance. Now, my sources tell me that the Bloodbearers have been sighted in the Chocobo Forest. If Hostian means to reclaim Peregrine, as I believe, that is where she will go, and so must we. Pray meet me at Tailfeather. We shall begin by making inquiries around the settlement. And that is where I'm going to have to start working on main story quest again, because I cannot access Tailfeather yet. Because I'm pretty sure that even if I physically went to that zone, I could not enter it until I get to a certain point in main story. Because I'm reasonably certain I tried to do that the first time I played this and it did not go well. Actually, come to think of it, I don't think I've spoken with everybody in here. Reports of Dravani assaults hammer us down without cease. I fear that keeping record of the destruction will soon be an impossible task. The Dragoons are chronically undermanned, and more so now than ever before. We must needs rectify the situation, and soon, else we struggle to match our foes in the sky. That they should regard the Scions with such suspicion even after you stood with us on the steps of faith. It is bad comedy. Yet unlike the grave injustice you suffered in Ul'dah, this wrong may swiftly be righted. Momo, I had but this moment resolved to go and fetch you. I presume you've heard what happened then. Jackasses are gonna be jackasses. I thought as much. I knew there was at least one NPC up here. They told me I was too old to take up arms against the Horde, but that I couldn't possibly make a difference. It wasn't until the Wyverns came that I realized they were right. Alright, Amric, what's going on? It has been too long, Momo. Would that this visit came under happier circumstances. You were come to plead for Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru, I take it. Word of their detainment reached us while I was delivering my report on the Vanu Primal. Truly, I know not what is more ludicrous. These chargers of that flying feathered whale. That Sir Grinnell's accusations are baseless, I have no doubt. Refuting them will be difficult, however, as he is a knight of the Heavensward. I speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights in all of Ishgard, sworn to serve his eminence alone. Suffice it to say, their testimony is unimpeachable, and I have not the authority to challenge their actions. After all the Scions have done, routing the heretics and defeating Shiva, helping us to defend the steps of faith, and drive back the Dravanian horde, after proving themselves true allies on countless occasions, is there naught we can do? I fear there is but one path left to us. We must demand a trial by combat. But of course, in a trial by combat sanctioned by the Inquisition, the victor's claim is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standing. Under Ishgardian law, a trial by combat pits the accuser against the accursed. In this instance, Master Nalfino and Mr. Tataru be expected to face Sir Grinnell and a second of his choosing, another knight of the Heavensward, most like. 2 of them? By the Fury, that can hardly be considered fair. Master Alfino's magical talents would not have gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mistress Tataru, on the other hand, is quite obviously bereft of martial skill, and should be afforded the right to name a champion to fight in her stead. Lest you doubt, I am ready and willing to serve in this capacity, as I am sure is Lord Haurchefant. But all here present know that you are the most accomplished warrior among us, and mayhap in the realm at large. Then it is settled. I will visit Master Alfino at once and inform us of our intentions. Momo, meet me at the tribunal when you have made ready. Until then, my friend. The trial will be held at the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine. I will be in attendance, as will many others, with a vested interest in the outcome. Stint not in your preparations, my friend. The Knights of the Heavensward will prove a stern test for even one such as you. But they should regard— oh. That's not new dialogue. Alright. Listen carefully, Momo. When the trial begins, the petitioner will be asked to restate his charges, and the accused invited to respond. Then, in accordance with the law, they will be asked to restate the request for a trial by combat. Once a high adjudicator acknowledges Mistress Tataru's right to name a champion, that is when you must make your entrance. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on Sir Grinnell's face when he sees his true opponent. 'Twill be priceless. More seriously, should you begin to lose heart, look to me in the stands, and I shall cheer so loud you will wonder how you could ever contrive to doubt yourself. Now, are you ready? Everyone deserves someone like Haurchefant as a cheerleader.
We are gathered here today under the watchful gaze of the Fury to ascertain the guilt of 2 souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward. Sir Grinno, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have leveled against this man and this woman.
I, Sir Grinno de Zemile, brother of the Heavensward, did bear witness to these 2 foreigners consorting with heretics.
Did you spend the entire time you were watching them gargling gravel?
Let the accused step forward. Alfino Leveilleur, Tataru Taru, You have heard the charges leveled against you. Will you take up arms to refute Sir Gruno's claim, and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men?
I, Alfredo Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge, and claim my right to trial by combat.
I, Tataru Taru, am innocent of this charge. But I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
Just as I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the Ishgardian justice system. Come, my friend. Let us put an end to this mummer's farce.
Can we at least let Tataru go someplace where she's not at risk?
O Halone, render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous, and cast down the wicked.
Now these two boozers are going into the finding out phase. Yep. I have slain gods. I have laid waste to leaders of armies. You think you'll have anything? You think you'll harm me? I shall do what I can to support you, Momo. Now lest teach these noble sirs the folly of bearing false witness. So, bloody wasting time. Come on then, you wanted this, remember? The bull in cold fire. Hey! I know I'm working on it, my dear. Fine champion you are. You let my son be. You've been indulged in nothing, even swine. Momo, Alphino, look out! Eat shit. I mean, we won! The Fury has spoken. Alphino Leveilleur, Tataru Taru, you are hereby acquitted of all charges. Blessed are we who received of her wisdom and see justice wrought by her divine hand. Petitioners, accused, go forth in peace. Delivered from an untimely demise yet again. My thanks, as always. I'm just like making the sign of the evil eye at these dudes. The Supreme... Oh wait, never mind. We are now outside the zone. By the Fury, what a splendid victory! To see how you strove in the face of adversity. Two brave young souls bound together by the puissant bonds of camaraderie. Why, it stirred me to the very depths of my soul. Harshafa is such an adrenaline junkie. Having been treated to such a rousing spectacle, it seems only right that I present you with a humble token of mine admiration. Pray receive of me this chocobo whistle. With it, you may summon a black chocobo, fully trained and ready to fly. Magnificent, is she not? Strong, yet sleek, elegant, yet eager. What say you, Mama? Will you take her for your steed? I mean, she's 3 times the size of the chocobo I usually ride, but sure. Lord Harshaphant, chocobos are prohibited in the supreme sacred tribunal of Hellenic inquisitory doctrine. Your steed must remain outside. He got a little overexcited. Yep, now I get to collect all the ether currents. Which is not something I necessarily, missed. Black chocobo whistle. A small hand-carved whistle that emits a unique, high-pitched tone discernible only by a black chocobo trained from birth to recognize and respond to the sound. Use it to summon your personal black chocobo. A pure British guardian black chocobo trained from birth by House Fortomp Knight Sir Harshaphant and presented to you in a gesture of true friendship. The bird is slightly more muscular than you expected and exhibits the strange habit of squatting when left to itself. So, this is clearly a reference to Zack Fair. And, for reasons I will not go into, there's a certain incredible irony of a lot of the parallels with Zack Fair and Harshaphant. As people, as characters. They're both 100%. When they choose you as a friend, they are ride or die for 100%. Everyone needs a friend like Harshaphant. Disclosure. Lord Harshaphant thinks you could do what you could do with a well-deserved friend, or well-deserved rest. Black chocobos are all well and good, but the true reward for your efforts is the exoneration of your comrades. They shall be released upon the completion of certain minor formalities, which I mean to see to personally. In the meantime, pray return to Forton Manor. The Count has done so already, and will doubtless be eager to discuss the day's events. Wait, do you have extra dialogue? Rest assured that Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru are no longer in danger. They'll join you at the manor anon. Welcome, Mr. Shigaimo. Shall I show you inside the manor? Sup, everybody! I was not present at the trial, but my father told me of your performance. He said you were a wonder to behold. Are you trying to become the talk of the city? Because if you are, you're doing an admirable job of it. It brings me joy to see you in good health, Mr. Shigaimo. Halone smiles on his head again, Mr. Shigaimo, guiding you to victory and setting your comrades free. I confess I did fear for your safety. Which is not to say I doubted your prowess, you understand. I merely knew the strength of your opponents. You do have a habit of exceeding my expectations. Besting two of the Heavensward while the city's elite looked on? By the Fury, anyone who hasn't been paying attention to you will surely do so from now on. My lord. We have just received a message from the vault. His Eminence the Archbishop requests the presence of Mr. Stagaimo. An invitation from the Archbishop? What an honor. A personal summons is indeed a great honor, and given recent events, you'd be wise not to delay. Go, Mr. Stagaimo, we shall speak anon. A priest will be waiting for you outside the vault. Identify yourself to him, and he will escort you inside. Do not worry about Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru. We will tend to them when they return from the tribunal. I was not oh. Okay, so that dialogue is not new. So I have an ad break coming up shortly here. I'm going to go ahead and run that now. And I'll be back with y'all to continue the story in 3 minutes here. See you shortly. The system says that it's registered me as having Dawn Trail, and yet it's acting like it's not. Weird as heck. Thanks for putting up with the ads, my dears. I know they're irritating, and I appreciate your patience. Ah yes, the vault, my favorite location. None may enter the holy vault without permission. We are honored to receive you, Mr. Shigaima. This way, please. You are not aiding my deep mistrust of the clergy.
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
I have heard the tales of your many grand endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise. I am Thorin VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies.
Hey, Damien. No, I'm doing well. I hope your night's going good. We're, dealing with the Fantasy Pope.
You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate. But, as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress. Your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavensward were in receipt of erroneous information. Sir Grinno has ever been headstrong. He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve Ishgard, but one which should never have occurred. For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain. That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
Your Eminence? As you wish, Your
Did I
Eminence.
stutter?
That will be all for today.
Hey, Thornton. You want to recreate the Cadaver Synod?
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position. Now tell me, young lady, what do you know of the Ascians? Much and more, I shouldn't wonder. Being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them, have entertained them as guests, even. Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them. Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict. And why do I tell you this? because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the Warrior of Light. If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must needs work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
I love hearing about the fact that the Pope has literal Lucifer whispering in his ear. It's great.
I nearly cried when you stepped forward at the tribunal, Momo. Thank you, thank you, thank you!
There you are. I confess, I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault. What did they want with you? Well, well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced. By the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians. So, their ambitions extend to Ishgard as well. We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you. When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Raubern is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate!
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orshafon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Raubern.
Let's hit up Pippin.
Gods, I hope we're not too late to save General Raubern. I should have told you sooner. About the execution, I mean, but what with the trial and everything...
What was that spit take again about Nerokhan? Flame General Affairs. Alphina wishes to share his plan for rescuing Raubern. Though the situation calls for urgency, it would avail us little to charge headlong into Ul'dah without a plan. Before we can formulate a plan, however, we must first learn how things stand in the Sultanate, which is why I propose that we visit Limsa Lominsa. Aye, you heard me right. While you were around with your altruistic endeavors, I acted as an intermediary in trade negotiations between House Vortomp and a Lominsan consortium. During said negotiations, an opportunity to send word to the Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I am happy to report that we have yet a stout ally in Limsa. The Admiral has pledged her full cooperation in any effort to rescue Raban. Accordingly, I have agreed to meet with her, that we might both discuss how best to proceed. Naturally, I told her to expect us both. Your presence never fails to embolden our allies, after all. When you arrive in Limsa, make yourself known to Sergeant Xanthale at Bulwark Hall in the lower decks. He will admit you to the bridge. God, I hope we're not too late. Oh, that's not new dialogue. Speak with Sergeant Xanthale when you are ready to meet the Admiral. He will admit us to the bridge. The Admiral has been expecting you. Say the word and I'll take you to her.
Friends, 'tis good to see you safe and well. I will admit I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge within the Holy See, but full glad was I to learn that you had.
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing. And theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Uldar, we fully expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Sharp as ever, Master Elfino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seed Seer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found. Our argument was simple. Lacking proof, to accuse the saviors of the realm of so unlikely a crime would have the people up in arms. In their wisdom, the Syndicate agreed, as you yourself have seen. There is something you should know. Some few days prior to the banquet, the Elder Seedseer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana. There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment of an Uldan Republic.
What? But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seedseer and I to lend Rauban a helping hand, you see? To aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
No worries, badass.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo. But they must have known that her death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Teleji alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Could it be? I dare not hope.
I was gonna say, I hope you're staying safe.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing. To allay any suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a statement to the effect that she is presently convalescing from illness.
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news. Or mayhap they know of some other reason to delay.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was dismayed to learn that General Rauban is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning, I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath, and that he might yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wish to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately. I see no reason for this delay.
Aye, you've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino. Following his capture, Raoban had been held in the Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location. Queerly, 'twas not the brass blades who spirited him away either, but a band of soldiers decked in blue.
The Crystal Braves.
Aye. If I read the winds aright, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito and the Braves has come under strain. At any rate, if we're to rescue Raoban, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be glad to hear that I have already entrusted the task to those best able to see it done. Our friends of Doma.
Raoban's survival is vital to the Eorzean Alliance. We can ill afford to lose him. But I cannot send troops into Uldar. 'Twould spell the end of the Alliance. And war, like as not. If there is to be a rescue, it falls to you and yours to attempt it. I would not have it any other way, Admiral. It was I who founded the Crystal Braves, and I who must take responsibility for their actions. Spoken like a true leader, Master Alphino. By way of the first step, you should seek out our Doman contact. You'll find her among the frontier hands at Revenant's Toll, working in a kitchen. Sorry. Starting to get yawn o'clock. Though it's useless to dwell on the past, I often wonder if I could have, and should have, done more for you and Raoban that day. Leaving the banquet was tantamount to leaving you and yours for dead. Should you think me craven, I wouldn't hold it against you. But I will make it up to you, this I swear. Come what may, know that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn can count on our cooperation. Would that we could join you in rescuing the Flame General, but the Sultanate would not take kindly to a foreign power on their soil, allies or no. The Crystal Braves may no longer answer to me, but that does not absolve me of responsibility. As Commander, I am accountable for all the wrongs they have committed, all the havoc they have wreaked. Oh! Yep, I now have an appropriate emote for that. Oh, it's upstairs. I know! Badass, there's a couple other emotes. I recommend checking them out. Could she be the Doman contact of who the Admiral spoke? And then there's, you wouldn't have, unless you're, oh, this one I think, because obviously you've only got so many spaces. This one I think you only get if you're subscribed to me. What is that? Oh, that's, okay. Mistress Momo, I knew in my heart that you were safe, but to see you again in the flesh, words cannot well express my relief. Even as the victory feast... Oh, goodness, that was a yawn attack. But yeah, all the new emotes were done by Miles. He did an incredible job. I love them so much. Even as the victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Braves turned upon us and took the rising stones by force. Amid the chaos, some few of my compatriots and I were able to slip away unnoticed. Since then, we've remained in Revenant's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers while we awaited your return. You've done well by us, and we Domans do not soon forget our debts. We swear to do all within our power to aid you. In search of Raban, Higiri is eager to assist you. Shortly before you arrived, I received word from Lumsa Laminsa that you were searching for General Raban. As the Admiral will have informed you, he was recently moved from his cell in the Marisaja pit. At the same juncture, Yu Hase and the 3rd Unit were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This can be no simple coincidence. Their purpose, we believe, is to escort the Flame General to the scene of his execution. Suffice it to say, we have people shadowing the 3rd. If you would join the hunt, pray seek out Doware at the High Bridge, where I too am bound. I gotta think up I wanna hit up Miles again at some point, so if you have any more emote suggestions, let me know. My comrades pursued the 3rd Unit Braves, even as we speak. If you would join the hunt, pray— oh wait, that dialogue was already read by me. Ooh, I feel like there's a certain point at night where if I yawn once, then I just keep yawning. It's like the yawn gates have opened. Now this suggestion would be something involving a frying pan. Oh yeah, true. Whoop. Yu Hase. The mere mention of the name calls to mind the moment I felt the kiss of cold steel against my neck. It's been a while since I last wore the scar. Since I came to Revenant Toll, my days have been spent in the kitchens. Fear not, however. Though I have learned to wield a skillet, I have not forgotten the use of a dagger. I've been expecting you. Time is of the essence, so I shall be direct. Yu Hase and his men are bound for Halatali. We believe that this is where they intend to carry out the execution. Hozan is presently keeping watch over the entrance. Let us make haste and join him. It occurs to me, maybe, actually, let me look up my list of... Give me a sec. Where is my list? I never did Halatali on stream, did I? Okay, so before I continue, because I didn't do it on stream, and because it's such an early game dungeon, let me see if I can. Yeah, Halatali is such a low-level dungeon, I should be able to do it on my own. Let me sync it. Or unsync it, rather. So I do want to run through this very quickly, or as quickly as I can manage. So Halatali, I'll just read the description, because we're going to have to go in here in a minute anyway for this other event. Originally a holy place for the first Lalafell arrived in Eorzea, the twisting labyrinth of natural caverns which wind through this massive mesa was transformed by the Gladiators Guild into a series of training pits, animal pens, and holding cells to accommodate the ever-growing popularity of Old Dust Coliseum. After the calamity, however, the location was abandoned. Those remaining in the pens left for dead. Not all of them, however, met that fate, and now the tunnels are rife with those who survived, as well as the tormented spirits of those who didn't. I should be able to do this on my own. I am almost 40 levels higher than I should be. Mostly I want you, we'll be back in here shortly. Missing anything? No, I think that's later. Question, will they? Yes, they will. Okay. It would be extremely funny to me if they followed the rules of mobs outside of dungeons and didn't attack you if you were like 11 levels above. You could speed run an entire dungeon like that without ever fighting anyone except for the bosses. Obviously, it's a bit trickier when you're not 40 levels above. You have to hit all the winches in order to unlock the next zone, or in order to do a certain thing. And I just have distinct memories of multiple parties of randos running this with me, and some of us forgetting to hit some of the winches and having to go back through and figure out which one we missed. knew one of these did a bomb. Which way do I go again? See, this is the problem, is I'm not real bright sometimes. This is actually... So, the anxiety is part of it. But another part of why I don't tank is because half the time I don't know where I'm going. So this is a fun one. We got to fight the lizard guy. And, the bean electrifies all the water. And it's a wipe if you stay in the water. And by which I mean this. If you're still in the water when this happens, you are donezo. If I go over here, suddenly, a big guy. Actually, no, I should watch it. Just... It's a big ol' bean. Before he does any of his special shit, that would be funny as hell. Oh no, I did not quite manage it. To destroy all of these to get rid of his shield so we can kill him. It's honestly really fun to do that unsynced. Yeah, I wanted. Oh, Dotori's fork. That is. Yeah, it is a spear. Yeah, I figured I'd at least show that so you guys know what it looks like normal. Not duty support. Duty finder. I also on stream still need to do Quarn's Mile Darkhold. Both of which I'm not at a level where I can do them solo, so maybe a different stream or at the end of the stream. We'll see what I feel like. Either way, I want to push a little bit further into story. Raban's ties to Halatali are well known. That Ilbert should choose this of all places to stage his execution is no coincidence. The fiend. Are there no depths to which he will not stoop? Hate to say it, Alfie, but you ain't seen nothing yet. You come at a good time, my friends. But moments ago, the traitor Ilbert arrived and entered Halatali. From this, we may be certain that the General Raban is being held within. Keeping the flame alive. Hoazan would brief you on the mission to rescue Raban. There is no time to lose. General Aldin may be executed at any moment. You must enter Halatali and free him from his captors. Please see to your preparations and tell me when you are ready to proceed. One of our own will accompany you inside. Let's go save the sir. Oh shit, now I think I abruptly remember disliking this for a certain reason. And I'm pretty sure I remember why. If I have to do it again, if I have to try it again on extra easy, I gotta try it again on extra easy. Yugiri, my beloved.
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Lady Yugiri!
Master Alphino, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
Ah, yes. How pathetic I must have seemed to you when we last met. I am ashamed to recall it. For a time I was well and truly lost. But with the aid of my comrades, I have since refound my purpose, and I shall take care not to misplace it again.
Since your escape from Ulda, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts. Regrettably, our investigation has yet to yield any useful information. Pray, forgive us.
You need not apologize, my lady. We are grateful for all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Raban is no less a friend, and we cannot well abandon him to his fate.
Am I misremembering that Yugiri's voice actor passed away, like, really young and really abruptly? Maybe I am, but I think I remember hearing something about that.
Hozan, the three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Dowade and Higiri with you. With me!
Not a soul from the Colosseum to be seen. This bodes ill. Take the lead, Momo. I shall follow close upon you. be able to use Fang Claw. As you can see, stuff has been, like, cleaned up a tiny bit in the interim, since we went through, but it's more or less the same. General, but where are his captors? I must like the look of this. General! You came. We came to rescue you! He is bound by some manner of magic device, yet I dare not force it open. It may well be booby-trapped. I've heard of such devices. The crystal brace will possess the key. Let us split up and look for it. That will not be necessary. Pray do not take it personally, my friends. You are the victims of harsh economical conditions. Happily, you will not suffer for long. The poison will convey you swiftly into the bosom of Thal, where I hope to join you after the passing of many prosperous years. Farewell, friends. Oh, and do try to relax. They tell me struggling only makes it worse. Confound it, the mist stifles my healing. Leave me. Save yourselves. We cannot let them escape. Momo, force the gate. Beasts? The mist must be drawing them near. Hey. Ha! The way is clear. Mist remains. We must stop it at the source. I shall tend to the general. Pray see to the mist and the key. The Braves have the key. Are there any enemies over there? No, just Yugiri. Oh, Jesus. Robon's vitality isn't great. Alright. I'm pretty sure I recall getting lost here in my first playthrough and Robon dying, and I got very, very upset about it. Concentrated poison. Powerful poison is slowly draining HP, but HP recovery via healing magic is reduced. I miss something? I think I hear it. Ah, there we are. Leave the boy alone. That takes care of the mist. The mist is cleared. Next, find the key and free Raban. Oh, hello! How did they survive the poison? Bah, looks like we'll just have to finish the job. Eyes on me, Jackwagon. Oi. Let's go! The key! Take it to Roban! You gotta go lend Roban a hand! Thanks. Slowly, General. You are yet weak from your ordeal. Nonetheless, we must quit this place. I should have known. What are clever contrivances to the Warrior of Light? Well done, hero. Ilbert. You mean to struggle on, then? Very well. If you would stand in my way, I will cut you down like all the rest. Come, Scions, let us get this over with. The Sultan's assassins are here. Trust their brains to arms, whatever it takes to survive. hero. Never was, never will be. Eat shit, Laurentius. My strength has left me. Oi! Laurentius, I should have killed you from the get-go. You didn't suffer enough for my liking.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
Okay, question. Does he say sloppy? Does he call me sloppy in this, or is that later? I think that's later. My brother in Christ, nothing you're doing right now is helping El Amigo. Or should I say my brother in Heidelin?
This changes nothing.
It is over, Ilberd. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself to justice.
I don't want you, Hase, and Laurentius to still be alive.
Justice? Justice for what exactly? 'Twas not I who assassinated the Sultana, boy.
You literally told Roban that you were.
Ere we debate who is responsible for the assassination, I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Oh, clever little shite. If you think you fight for justice, lass, you'd best wake up. The truth is, you fight for whoever bloody well tells you to. Can you not see you're being used by the Scions, the City-States, even the Crystal Braves? They none of them care a whit what you want, only what you can do for them. And how do I know this? Because I'm the same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted was to liberate my homeland, and I ate dirt to make it happen. But what have I achieved after all these years in servitude? Nothing. Not a bloody thing. If we ourselves are not free to think and to act, how are we ever to reclaim our homeland? Know this. There is nothing I would not give to take back Al Amigo. Nothing!
You'll not get away!
No, Master Alphino. Now is not the time.
If I could have a giant spear that was shaped like a giant frying pan, I would be so happy.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. I'm in your debt.
We are all of us fools of fate, General. But even fools have a part to play.
We stand with you. On your feet, Gladiator. This fight is not yet over. We stand with you.
Rest assured, I was not planning to die till I'd avenged the Sultana. Still, your words are welcome, lass.
Know this, Ilberd. There is nothing I would not give to see you pay for what you've done. My wealth, my arm, my life. Nothing.
General, are you aware that Lord Lolorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public?
What? No. No, I was not aware of that, nor of anything else outside my cell. 'Tis passing strange, though. I assumed the bastard would make it known at the first opportunity, and set about tearing down the Sultanate.
As did we all. And it is indeed strange that he did not. Strange, or perhaps revealing. Now, I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope, but I have reason to believe that Her Grace may yet live.
What? But how can that be?
Forgive me, friends, but it is not safe here. Let us continue this conversation without...
Yeah, Halatali is not a safe location for conversations make. So I've got an ad coming in about a minute here, so let's go ahead and run that, and then I will get back to story time after that. So be right back with you in 3 minutes. Why are Taco Tacos so fucking cute? Look at them. They're just little guys. Sorry about not doing more while on the ad break. I got an alert from the mobile game, which of course means I have to spend the entire ad break playing it. Alrighty then. Thanks for your patience, my dudes. 'Tis appreciated. Okay, let's put that away. The General is safe. What news without? My lady, the guards have been subdued, as per your command. We have since kept watch over the entrance. There has been no further activity. Then Ilbert and his minions have fled via some other egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. At once, my lady. General Alden, I presume, in the signs of the 7th dawn? Who are you? Identify yourself. Pray do not be alarmed. My mistress is a friend, and I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she bade me direct your steps to the waking sands. Know that Mr. Urianger waits you there, along with others sympathetic to your cause. This is no ruse, I assure you. General Alden, if you'll come with me, I have prepared a carriage, that you may travel in comfort, safe from prying eyes. I have spoken with Urianger via Link Pearl. He confirms the man's story. Raban is in safe hands. Let us make our own way to Vesper Bay. Well, fortunately, I still have some of these. The Vesper Bay Aetherite tickets. Because I barely use any of them. What's this? Ah.
My dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Father!
Pippin! My son! And Master Papashan besides!
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
You!
It was I who arranged this gathering. And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthal, and member of the Syndicate.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young lady, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
Literally was not given the chance to.
Why ask when 'tis plain you know the answer?
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji. 'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
I'm just cracking up at the fact that he's doing the same animations as usual. It's just with this little stub of an arm.
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Some manner of sedative, perchance, of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say her grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo. I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
I mean, to be fair, if he hadn't done anything, she would be dead. You already killed the main man here, Teleji.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck her grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something. And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information and arranged this gathering. I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teleji Adeleji left behind. You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
Can we get Roban a shower, a change of clothes, and a nap in that order? And a snack? Like, my man's needs some care, please. I had not counted on Prioress Dulala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicions regarding the Sultana proved most prescient. More remains to be done, but in rescuing Roban, we have taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Ul'dah. We couldn't have done it without you, Momo. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Jailbreak. So that's twice I broke people out of jail this stream. To siege or not to siege? Alphino is distracted by a call in his link pearl. Tataru? Yes, General Roban is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well, we shall return at once. Pray notify the Count of our coming. It would seem we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume their siege of the Holy See. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultan to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon the Dulala's claims. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Torpin and the others to investigate, and return with all haste to Ishgard. I thought so. Drop Dead Shiva. Oh, is this... Do you guys have new dialogue? It's time for the silence to strike back. The winds have changed, Warrior of Light. We must ride this gale as far as it will carry us. I heard you pulled General Aldin from the grasping hands of Thal himself. It pains me, it does, to see that proud warrior less an arm. Ernvald, my beloved. Thank the gods you're all right. 'Twas a mighty struggle from what I heard. Would that I could have fought by your side. From the political landscape to our struggles against the beastmen, little is certain and less is within our control. We can but focus on those things that we have the power to change. I have taken charge of matters here. Consider yourself free to tend to other more pressing tasks. Thank you for rescuing General Raban from the bottom of my heart. To behold him now, gaunt and unkempt, it pains me to think of all the hardship he has endured. Pray do not tarry for my father's sake. I will see that he is well looked after, and should we uncover any information on her Grace's whereabouts, I promise you will be the first to know. It avails us not to dwell upon that which we have lost. Nay, we must focus on protecting that which we yet have. You know, like one of your hands. Drop Dead Shiva. A chill wind blows in Eorzea, and Urianger's eyes bespeak knowledge of the reason why. By thy high deeds were the people of Kurthus spared certain doom at the hands of a deiform entity. Yet, if the missive we have received from Lord Drillamont of House Durandare speaketh true, 'twould seem that hard-won respite hath come and gone. Recovered from her wounds, the Lady Iceheart has rejoined the struggle against Ishgard. Worse, 'tis said her disciples have already laid claim to a hoard of crystals. A hoard far exceeding the quantity which but recently wrested from the caravans of House Fortam. 'Tis all but certain that the heretic's mistress intendeth to call upon Saint Shiva once more. And so, once more, must Eorzea's blade of light be brought to bear against a primal. None save thee hath might enough to defeat such a foe. 'Tis for this reason that Lord Drillamont hath requested thy presence at Whitebrim Front. Pray, hie thee thither with all strength. I suppose I might as well unlock this while I'm at it. I don't think I'll do this tonight, because I don't think I have the energy for it. Especially because, well, we'll see. We'll see. Squished. My gratitude for your timely return, Momo. Would that it were under better circumstances. Our efforts to contain the heretic threat in the Western Highlands beyond Snowcloak have suffered a grievous setback. In order to support expeditions further afield, we sought to establish an outpost in the heretic's former fortress. Under guard, our craftsmen began the necessary improvements, and for a time all proceeded according to plan. The building work had scarce begun when Iceheart's minions descended upon the fortress from all directions. If I were to guess, I would say that they deliberately delayed their attack until sufficient supplies had been delivered to their doorstep. I do not begrudge my men their decision to flee. By all accounts, it would have been a slaughter. Any survivors condemned to a fate worse than death at the hands of their leader. However, by abandoning our crystal stores, they have given the heretics the means to summon their patron saint. I beseech you, Momo, slayer of the gods of beastmen, who banished once before the demon who threatens us now, lend us your strength, infiltrate Snowcloak, and put an end to Iceheart's machinations. Thank you, my friend. Though I pray you could put a stop to her before she completes her ritual, I have faith that you can defeat Shiva, should it come to that. One of Sir Emmerich's temple knights awaits you at Snowcloak. He shall guide you through secret tunnels to the Aetheryte at the heart of the heretics' fortifications, whence you may gain entrance to Iceheart's sanctuary as before. Much hinges on your efforts, Momo. If Iceheart is allowed to summon Shiva, the lives of countless Ishgardians will be in danger. It is an honor, madam. When you are ready, I shall lead you through the tunnels to the Aetheryte. We should not be troubled by heretics or beasts along the way, so you may concentrate solely on the task at hand. May the Fury grant you the strength to strike down that heathen witch once and for all. Yeah, let me see if I can't, Well, let's see how long that takes. And in the meantime... Oh, shit! I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Shiva is a really popular fight. Come on, last healer, please. I guess so. So I don't really remember this. It's been a long ass time. Folks are talking logistics in the chat. Bow, everyone get behind her with the bow. Staff, AoE, everybody spreads. Sword means tank buster. The person explaining this really knows this fight. Phase 1 is sword, staff, then adds. If anything. Avoid edges at any cost. Touching edge of arena turns you into a snowman. Can't say I remember that, but it tracks. Then your party has to break you out. Okay, yeah. No backing jumping for me on this one. Basically, don't touch the edges, don't move when there's permafrost. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to remember all this, because I have, like, a singular brain cell. But, I'll do my best. one of the tanks is down again. We're not going to the edge. I keep forgetting the arm's length is an option to stop me from getting thrown back. Guys, don't move. Yeah, jeepers. It's an improvement. separate from the others and, you know, not get them killed, but that didn't work well. Both of our tanks and healers are up though, so I'm just the idiot who got myself killed by not moving enough. Guys, come on, I believe in you, you can do this. We can do it this time. It's been such a long time since I've done any of these synced. But this one down. Wait, no, one of our healers is back. FFXIV. Okay, before people leave, where's the person that was given all of the fucking... Calypso absolutely deserves that. She, like... Okay, Oh wow, I'm surprised. That is gonna get put away. What? got that done. I know I came back here, but let's go turn that in to Jilmon. Then I think we can probably just turn it into Urianger and be done with that. That was fun! Okay, I thought that was you. I saw the name and I was like, is that a Nerokhan? I figured. I was like, I know that name. Praise Alone for your safe return. All here prayed for your success, Momo. Tell us, have our prayers been answered? Thank you for your help with that, by the way. That was honestly a lot of fun, and I think it genuinely, the group did pretty well, and that Calypso person did an excellent job explaining the mechanics. Even stronger than before, you say? Then we are truly fortunate for your intervention. Yet it would be wrong to glory in this victory, for it is yours, not ours. Indeed, your very presence here is a testament to the inadequacy of our own preparations. Plainly, it's time that we reappraise the threat posed by the heretics, and our readiness to address it. I can no longer say with any certainty that we are equal to the task, but this is none of your concern. Forgive me. I appreciate it. I very much do. Your deed shall not be forgotten, my friend. You, Urianger, and your entire order have my utmost thanks. And let's go turn that into Urianger. And then... what am I doing, actually? I have a thing for this. I hope you at least had fun, though. And again, even if we did have to repeat that a few times, at least it was to a baller soundtrack. "'Tis not the first time I have seen thee stride into the waking sands wearing such a look. Thou art as an open book, Momo, wherein the tale of thy victory is writ large. In her redoubled strength I glimpse the dark hand of the paragons. Her return, and her very defeat, serveth merely to continue the escalating cycle of conflict. Full glad am I of thine all-surpassing martial skill, Momo, yet still more glad would I be were they not required. Would that Lady Iceheart could be made to abandon her misbegotten crusade. Till she be thus converted, or else slain, the people of Ishgard shall know no peace. But be not disheartened. One day, by thy light, the darkness within and without shall be purged, and the Ascians shall taste lasting defeat. We need only have faith." I don't know why, but these last couple days I've had... I don't remember which Star Trek it was. It was one of the newer ones, and by newer I mean one of the ones that came out when I was in high school. That, had, like, faith in the heart as the main theme, rather than, like, any, like, traditional version of the theme. Let's go a little bit longer until we hit midnight, and then I'll head out for the night. Let us hear what the Count has to say. Ah, there you are.
Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Roban short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city's awash with rumors of another Dravanian attack, and Lord Hoshafant was desperate to get a hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you'd better head in. We can talk later. Everyone's waiting for you inside. Welcome, Mr. Sagaimo. Shall I show you inside the manor? Indeedy. My friend, I thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. As I'm sure you are now aware, the Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Mr. Sagaimo, Master Levieur, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but we thought it best to have Mistress Tataru contact you by the most direct means available. When the observatorium's bells toll, it is a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. In case you hadn't heard, the band of trappers returning from the west claimed they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nidhogg's minions gather once more for war. But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered you my protection. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice. To remain in a besieged Ishgard or to seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. The coming of the Horde spells ruin for Ishgard, but her knights shall fight to the last to shield her citizens from harm. How many dragons would it take to darken the midday sky, do you think? 1,000? More? Too many, at any rate. I confess, I know not where else you might seek sanctuary, but few places are like to be more perilous in a city under siege. The observatorium bells have tolled. Either flee this place or make ready for war. What will become of this place? And us? Yeah, now I'll accept this and we'll move on from there. Though we flee to the ends of the world, 'twould seem that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the Horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her weary defenders must take up the spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from the storm, but I, for one, grow tired of running. If we're to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in sight of our fellow man, not hunkered in a hole. What say you, Momo? I would stay here and fight. We cannot stay here. I would stay and fight. Then fight we shall. Never let it be said that we abandon our allies in their hour of need. I am gonna accept this, because I'm pretty sure that'll mean that the next quest is outside of the manor, and then we can go on from there next time. Alphino's way. Alphino is deliberating how best to proceed. The choice we make this day may have grave implications for our order. It is only right that Tataru should have a say. Come, let us all meet outside and discuss the path that lies before us. And with that, I do rather think that this is where I shall leave us for tonight. Nerokhan, thank you for helping me out with that. It was very much appreciated, and it was honestly kind of wonderful to get to play that again, that extreme. It's been multiple years since I did that mission unsynced, or synced rather. So, that was nice. And thank you everybody else who came by tonight. Thank you for keeping me company. I was looking forward to this all week. Sunday I'm going to be doing some more, Power Wash Simulator 2. And then I'll have my new schedule for next week out. There may or may not be a surprise art stream at some point this weekend. We'll see if I have the energy for it. who do we want to say hi to tonight? Samhain is doing the Resident Evil Requiem. Okay, so I guess I'll just list the games. We've got Resident Evil Requiem, the new Pokemon game, Pokopia, Shantae, Splatoon 3, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, Mega Man Battle Network, or someone's doing Just Chatting. Do you guys have any preference to who we go say hi to tonight? I did raid Samhain. I think my last raid, or one of my last raids, was the Samhain. And they're an excellent bean, but I don't like raiding people multiple times in a row. I also don't usually like raiding people who have a too high of a account. Well, let me send it over to Red Chili Pepper. I don't know them very well, but Kit vouches for them. And they seem nice. Yeah, guys, thank you again for joining me. I very much appreciate all of you, and I hope you get a chance to have a good weekend and get some rest tonight. Take care, stay safe, and until we talk again, have a good one. Let's go say hi to Red Chili Pepper.